What is going on, guys? It's Zed for me, and today we're going to be doing a full LED upgrade for my 2003 Honda Pilot SUV camper. So I'm doing this video a little bit differently than I normally do. I'm doing it from a point of view style because I'm going to show you how easy it is to change an older car's headlights, tail lights, every light over to LED. It's actually really easy, and I'm doing this on my 2003 Honda Pilot, which is new to me and will be converted into an SUV camper. I want to thank my sponsors over at JDM A-Star. This is actually the first time they've seen any of their YouTubers do a full LED conversion, and I let them know in advance I'll probably need more bulbs than what they sent me, but they've been kind enough to provide me with basically every bulb that I need: tail lights, third brake lights, turn signals, interior lights, headlights, and turn signals for the front, as well as all the smaller interior lights like the glove, the map, etc. So let's do the biggest upgrade first, which is going to be the headlights. Let's pop the hood. Now, changing the headlight bulb on a 2003 Honda Pilot is rather simple. So let's pop the hood over here. There's a little bit of a latch, and make sure you use a prop. Gaining access to the bulbs is also pretty easy on these cars because there's so much space to work with. So let's start with the passenger side, which is going to be behind this rubber boot. But first thing you want to do first is actually unplug the bulb, take off the rubber boot. And in this case, the bulb actually popped out with it, which it really shouldn't. So what I'm going to try and do is actually get the bulb off. Okay. All right, let's get our new LED headlights. These headlight bulbs are pretty interesting because they have really long cooling fins, something that I haven't seen before, and I've used plenty of LED headlight bulbs before. But it looks like what I have to do is get this through the rubber grommet, because I still want this rubber grommet, of course. So I'm going to try and fit this through. And it does. And try and fit that piece through as well. There we go. And then I can always open up these cooling fins and let it spread like that. That way there will be plenty of adequate cooling for this bulb, which puts out 4,000 lumens. Just basically snap it in. That's it. Alright, put this in and then plug in the bulb. The difference between the passenger side and the driver's side, which has not been converted yet. All right, I can already see the pattern on the fence. As you can tell, one side is that pure white LED and the other side is still the old halogens. Oh, it turned off, but clearly, in my opinion at least, it looks better. So let's also, while we're on the passenger side, we are going to change the turn signal bulb, which should be rather easy. Also, all the bulbs are in here, and for those of you who are interested, the link will be in the description. So for the front turn signals, these are the switchbacks, and I really love these. This product I use on my STI as well. But essentially, these stay white for the parking lights, and then they turn amber. They have a different set of LED bulbs for the turn signals. So the way this works is you just twist it counterclockwise. Okay. And that comes out. The bulb, which I won't need, you usually shouldn't touch this, just comes out like that. And then this new one should only fit in one way. See, so it only fits in this way, and that's basically it. So we'll put it back in. and clockwise until it clicks. Okay. Same thing on this side. And I'll also turn on the hazards. Well, before I turn on the hazards, let's take a look at how the parking lights and headlights look. Good. All right. You can actually see the parking lights on the side as well. And then I'll turn on the hazards. Turn off the headlights, turn on the hazards. And you'll be able to see that these are now amber instead of white. Alrighty, interior bulbs. Flathead goes in here. This panel should come off. Yep. And it looks like the bulbs that I will need for this, we'll have to make sure the light is off. Alright, let those cool down while I grab the appropriate bulb. Take these bulbs out. They're still hot, that hurt, but that's alright. Let's see how these, okay. More on the other side. Awesome. I'm gonna actually test to see if you have to put this in a certain direction, but I'm gonna do 180. Awesome, they work in either direction, which is a new thing because old LEDs would not be able to do that. You'd have to put them in a certain direction. So, awesome. Much better color than those in my opinion. So, let's go see if we can swap those out. Oh, I just noticed some here. So, let's figure out what those are. Those are also the same ones as the domes, except they don't actually turn off. So, just gonna have to try it out with maybe a flathead. There we go, now it turned off. Because I do not want to be touching that when it's on. Alright, obviously I have to go over to the passenger side and do the same thing, but let me check out the rears. Alright, now onto the rears. So I'll get in here and let's see what we're working with here. There we go. It's definitely nice and tight now. Okay. It's on the door. Alright, perfect. Perfect fit on this side. Let's double check to make sure that it works. And it does. Awesome, they're nice and bright. And put the cover back on. And let me just double check that. Awesome. Alright, two more. I see something here. And let's see what size bulbs those are. Alright, they look a little bit smaller than the ones up front. So I'm guessing I do have the bulbs for these. Let's just take them out. Since this is the tailgate, I'll go with these. They look like a little bit brighter to me. Don't know if it's true, but it doesn't really hurt. Take out the other one as well. Perfect. Ooh, it's nice and bright. Put the covers back on. Perfect. Okay, let's see what else I got. It looks like the reverse bulbs, which are out here, and the license plate bulbs as well. All right, let's close the tailgate and get to the license plate bulbs and the reverse lights. All right, last one, reverse bulbs. But it looks like we go from the inside. That's this panel here. Just twist off like that. Put that back in. And then put the cover back on. Same thing on the other side. All right, so I'm going to let JDM A-Star know about those two. Other than that, I think that's all the bulbs. I need actually the turn signal here. So I'm gonna ask for those as well, because right now I only have the parking and brakes. The turn signals are still the incandescent. So, I mean, for you guys, it'll just be a few seconds. For me, it'll be a couple days, but let me shoot my guys over at JDM A-Star a message, and let's get those bulbs. See you in a little bit. All right, so what was a few seconds for you was actually a couple weeks for me. Not because JDM A-Star was slow, but actually because I was slow. I actually went away on vacation, so I haven't been able to get to this part of the install. So JDM A-Star actually sent me their PX bulbs, which actually helps with any car that has taillights where the turn signal and the brake lights are both on at the same time, meaning like there's a dimming situation or parking light where there's more than one light on, where one's the turn signal and one's the stop light. The PX bulb will help with any issues related to that. So definitely, if you are looking for LED bulbs, you want these higher end PX bulbs and not just regular LEDs, just like the cheap ones that you can get off eBay. So thank you to JDM A-Star for not only providing me with these bulbs, but providing me with a lot of information that I would otherwise not have had. And those guys definitely know a lot about LED lights. They, run a business where they are supplying LEDs to so many people, and at the same time doing research on these LEDs, so that you're getting the highest quality product possible in terms of what they're producing and what they're making available to their customers. So I don't know if you can see from that angle there, but two of my interior bulbs are still the incandescents, and I'm going to swap them over to LED, and then the entire interior of the car will be completely LED, and nothing will be incandescent anymore. So let me swap those out first real quick, and I'll be right back for the taillight bulbs. Alright, so that's all set. All the interior bulbs are now LED, and it's hard to appreciate right now how bright they actually are, but they're much brighter than the incandescent ones that are yellow. Almost a little too bright in my opinion, actually. Like at night when you're driving and then you turn those things on, or you park and you look in, it's really, really bright. Alright, so now for the turn signals and the stop light bulbs. These are going to be the PX bulbs that I'm putting in. Much better than the cheap LED ones that you can get, for example, off eBay or something. So just basically, see, like these were the ones that JDM A-Star originally sent me. These are not the PX model. And the reason why this causes an issue is that when you press the brakes, for example, some of the power actually bleeds into the turn signals and vice versa, which means that the car can't really tell if you're stepping on the brakes or if you have your turn signals on. And that's because on incandescent bulbs, there's two separate circuits causing the LEDs to turn on. And these relatively cheaper LEDs, they have one circuit where one is dim and one is bright, and so there's some current bleeding through. So that's why you need to get these PX model LED bulbs, which will basically solve that issue, because either it has some sort of circuitry inside of it that splits it up, or it's actually just two separate elements. I'm thinking it's the latter, and we'll put these in and they should be good to go. So what I'll do is do both sides. Alright, just to double check if everything is right. I may have swapped these two LEDs, I guess I'll find out. Alright, the quick flash is okay, and as it looks like I did swap them, so I'll swap it back. Alright, I will review the footage in just a sec, but I do have to swap the top and bottom. Now I'm going to review the footage. Otherwise, I believe every light has been swapped on this car that is swappable. Actually, it's every light. Every incandescent bulb, every halogen bulb, all switched to LED. And it really wasn't that hard. Plus, it looks better in my opinion. I think it gives better visibility than halogens when you're talking about the headlights. And for the tail lights, it actually makes a difference. Like, let's say at the highway, you step on the brakes, LED bulbs come on a lot quicker than incandescent bulbs, in which case that means that the person driving behind you is going to see your tail lights, your stop lights, earlier than they would if they were incandescent bulbs. And as a result of that, they have a higher chance of stopping and not rear-ending you. So there's actually safety benefits to switching over to LED bulbs as well. And that's basically it for today's video. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you to JDM sponsors, JDM A-Star for sponsoring this video. And I'll see you guys next time.